Today we're gonna be reacting to why I got divorced at 22. Now I don't know why anybody is getting married at 22 because nowadays the world is not the same. It's not 1980 where you could go and just marry a 22-year-old girl and think you're gonna be happy for the rest of your life. It's not the same. We're not in no culture. You can still find love, but nowadays doesn't look so good, for us. We're gonna get into the video. We're gonna see what this guy's talking about. He seemed to have gone through some heartbreaking stuff. So let's get into the video. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like and subscribe and all that.
Ladies and gentle people, this is how I became divorced at 22 years old. This is going to be very simplified. I would rather undershare than overshare. I have reached out to members, friends and family members, both myself and my ex-wife, to find the best way to do this. And we all pretty much came to the same conclusion of do not share more than is needed. But if at some point I feel the need to elaborate, I might do that. There might be longer versions of this with breakdowns and parts, but
you can already tell that this guy's a very good guy. For going out his way to ask his wife that he's about to post about her and ask people around him that he's about to post around makes me think that this guy is a very good person,
Let's get into it. Okay, so I got married May 17th of this year. And shortly before that, my wife, or ex-wife, started a new job. And that's important to know. So we end up moving into our apartment together in mid-July. I believe it was July 16th. Between the when we got married and that time, we were living with my parents. So we move in about 2 weeks after that. My wife has just a breakdown, comes in my office, has a breakdown about, I feel like we might have rushed into this, we did things too soon, blah, 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 blah. And it wasn't like we need to split, it was just I'm freaking out. It's like, okay, let's talk through it. And about a week later, she apologizes, says, hey, I think I was just having kind of a mental breakdown. I'm like, hey, that's fine. I get it, in scary times. I had a freak out, I think it was like...
I'm sorry. If a girl ever came up to you freaking out, just like how he described it, she's doing something. She's doing something on the side, bro. She has to be. Bro, girls don't freak out for no reason. When they freak out, there's something she's doing. There's something going on that you don't know about.
The third night that we were staying in the apartment, just about missing my family. So some time goes on, and now we're in August, and there's another freak out. And I feel like we rushed into this, blah, blah, blah. Well, we meet with our premarital counselor, our counselors, I guess, but they did our premarital counseling. We talked through, and they're like, hey, this is super common. We see this in young married couples all the time. Let's, set some expectations for one another just so you guys can help each other out. And we did. And, I think in my head, things are going great. Okay, so Monday, September 15th rolls around, and I leave work a little early. She tells me that she wants me to come home so we can talk. And so we go home, or I go home, and I get there, and she's like, hey, I'm not ready to talk just yet. Go play the game. So I'm like, okay, I play the game for an hour. Go back in, hey, I'm not ready to talk just yet. Go play the game. Okay, go back in for an hour. Whatever. So basically she tells me, hey, I don't know, I don't want to talk about this. I think that it's just not worth talking about. And me being an anxious person, I'm like, well, is it something small, or is it something like you want to move out? And she's just kind of like, I don't really know. I don't know. I feel like, there's just so many things happen so quick, and I don't know. Well, either way, we talked through things a little bit. I think she can tell that I'm upset. She could tell that I was upset, so she just kind of dialed back. Maybe, I don't know where her mind space is or head space is in any of this. Well, the following Saturday rolls around. Everything's all hunky-dory for me. I go out with my buddy. We put out some bags of corn and stuff. And then I get home. She's like, hey, when are you going to be home? I tell her, and she's like, okay, great. I'm going to take a shower, and I'll see you when you get home. Well, I get home. She got her bags packed. Hey, I'm going to stay with my mom. I need some space away. I might be back Wednesday. I don't know. Can we talk? Nope. Gone. Out the door. Gone. Poof. Gone.
Bro, see, if a guy did that to a girl, he's breaking up with him on the spot. That's the thing about it's a double standard with exactly what he's talking about. exactly what he's talking about is if a guy ever did that shit, if a guy ever just walked out, didn't even want to talk, didn't want to, after saying all this, didn't want to talk, just walked out, the girl would therefore go find another man and just be with another man. A guy cannot do that. That's the thing. That's the thing. Guys can't just hop, go to another girl quickly and just forget about it. But girls could do that perfectly. So if you're a guy, just know, protect your heart and just make sure you are not too much of a simp. Yeah, too much of a simp. Yeah.
No contact that Sunday, that Monday. Then Tuesday night, I finally call her. Now, mind you, in between this, I'm over at my best friend's house. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm freaking out. And I say no contact. There were a couple texts sent. Well, she also goes over there and is with him and his girlfriend and just talking to them. And it's, they're trying to figure out what's going on. And they're asking the questions. Hey, is there anything going on that might be causing this? Is there anything, She's like, no, nothing. Well, so Tuesday night I call her. And this is now, let me get the date. Yeah, so Tuesday the 23rd of September, I call her, and things seem well. And I'm like, hey, do you want to go out tomorrow? She's like, yeah. So her and I go out. We have a great dinner, and she tells me, like, look, I've decided I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to run away. Like, we're going to work on this together. I can't leave you. I don't want to leave you. I'm not going to leave you. Awesome. But you need to do this and this and this and this and this. And mind you, everything's been fairly normal for me up to this point, up until her leaving.
He don't even know nothing's going on, but she has all this going through her brain. He doesn't even have no idea. That's the thing with relationships like this. You gotta communicate, man.
So thing number one was therapy. So I put myself in therapy. I get couples therapy for the two of us. I'm paying out the butt for it, but whatever. This is necessary. Whatever means. She's like, I'm not ready to move back in yet, but we'll see. So we have our first therapy session that following Sunday, and
at this point, I would have been got her gone, bro. I wouldn't even have tried that. I get his position. I get he's trying to get, but at this point, it doesn't seem like she's trying at all. Like,
just to kind of collapse all this down. Eventually, after like a week or so, she moves back in. Things are going great. I'm cooking dinner every single night, right? She did almost nothing around the apartment, and I would complain about that because it's like, but I was like, you know what? I don't care. Cooking, cleaning, everything. Laundry, everything. I'm doing everything, right? I like made up her closet for her and stuff and whatever. I'm just like, I'm trying to show her whatever it is that you need, I'm going to do. And I just start working on myself and start trying to be, the best husband that I could possibly be. And it's stuff that I should have been doing beforehand, but it's like, this is my first time. I'm a kid. Well, 3 weeks go by. Let me go back to my text to figure out the date. So, mind you, during this time, too, she's, like, trying to get me to buy her a new car and, like, a gaming PC, and we're coming to all the... I mean, it's amazing. It seemed like the most perfect marriage. Well, Sunday,
bro,
October 12th rolls around.
If you're ever going to take anything from this video right here, this video right here, don't buy a girl a car, a gaming PC. I don't care what she is. She could be the love you. She could be... I don't care, bro. No, don't do that. Don't buy her a gaming PC, a car. Bro, she could get that by herself. We live in the 21st century, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not getting you no car, no gaming PC. I'm only getting you a car if it's your birthday and you deserve it. But it don't seem like this girl deserves it. This guy just showering her with stuff. He better not have bought her none of the things he said, because I would be really disappointed if he did. I'd be really disappointed.
And... things have been going great. We have our therapy session, and the therapist is like, guys, I think we made a breakthrough. And we're laughing, giggling, whatever. Well, therapy session ends. She looks at me, hey, I'm dropping out of nursing school.
It's a big decision.
When did you make that decision? She's like, last week. I was like, okay, all right. I support you. That's a big decision. That gives us more time to spend together, I guess, work through these things. Breakdown. Anxiety, full on, just freaking out. My jump to is, hey, let's pray. She doesn't want to. She goes, jumps in the shower. She's free. I can't do this. I thought I could.
Bro, I don't know. I'm a godly man. So if a person whipped out and I was going through something and was like, let's pray. Well, I'm praying in that moment. I don't know if she's what religion or whatever she is, but I'm praying in that moment. That's something told that guy, He can't do nothing else but be like, let's pray about it, which is amazing to do. I think we need more people like this who just pray about stuff. We need to start praying. Yeah, we need to start praying. We need to make that a thing in the 21st century because that is not existent. It's non-existent nowadays. Nobody wants religion anymore. Girls are just going all over the place and everything's just going all haywire. Our society is going to crap. I'm telling you. It's over. It's over. I feel bad for the kids coming underneath because even the kids are getting worse from our generation. Our generation, what's the generation called? What's that thing called? What do you call a generation? Gen Z. Gen Z. Our generation, done. No love.
And I'm like, hey, let's get in the car, because car rides always calmed her down. Let's get in the car and ride around. In the car, I've been lying to you. I've been doing X, Y, X, Y. And I go, have you been cheating? And she looks at me, yeah.
Yeah. I told you. But I told you.
So yeah. So she says that. And
nah, he defo went to go cry there, bro. Oh, this makes me want to cry. He defo cut that because he was about to cry, bro, guys. Bro, oh, that makes me want to cry, bro. I'm not gonna cry. Tear about, bro.
You know, I've always been a very emotional person, but in that moment, I couldn't cry. I couldn't get angry. All I could do was drive. And in my head, I'm just praying while listening and trying to talk. And basically, she says, I find out over time that she had started emotionally cheating, which let's just call it what it is. She started cheating 2 weeks after we moved into our apartment. So mind you, this is 2 months after we get married. And that, if we do the timeline here, that's when the first freak out happened, when she came into my office. And then
freak out.
Apparently,
no, that was funny.
And then towards the time of the second freak out, before she moved out, was when they had started making plans to be physical. And then during the time between that freak out and her moving out is when they actually did have a level of physical relation. And then, mind you, this all comes out the day before I'm supposed to hop on a flight for a promotion that I just received. Ooh. And she tells me that this has been going on, that it's most likely going to continue going on. And yeah, not crying about it, not upset about it. Actually, I'll just tell you guys, laughing at my crying, because eventually I do start crying, of course. She's like, look, let's go back to the apartment. Chill out there. And I'm like, okay. We get back to the apartment. She's like, look, I need to call him. Mind you, I'm falling apart. Look, I need to call him. I need to make sure he's okay. So she leaves for 2 hours while it's like 12 o'clock at night. I can't sleep. I can't do anything, right? I have a flight to catch the next morning. I can't do anything. I'm falling apart. Finally, she comes home. She's like, look, I don't want to talk about this. Let's just lay down. So I get like 2 hours of sleep, wake up, get on a flight, and absolutely bomb. Do terrible, right? Because how could you do well? And during this week, while I'm gone, all I'm thinking of is, okay, how am I going to fix this? How am I going to fix this? I don't know how I'm going to fix it. How do you forgive? Well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to figure it out. And wow, God is good, because though I didn't fix it, he kept me functioning better than I would have without him. And yeah, so then I get back. She ends up actually picking me up from the airport that Thursday night. We hang out, or she drives me back to the apartment, goes and stays at her mom's. Friday morning, wake up, we go on a date. It's great. We're having a good time.
What is going on, bro? He's just a good guy, bro. What? There's so many red flags and strikes. There's so many strikes that like... Okay, let's continue.
It's a little weird, but we're having a good time. Well, eventually, we go back to the apartment. She falls asleep. I go through her phone, and it is her and him dogging on me, talking about how she's going to stay on my good side so she can get things from me, and all sorts of terrible stuff.
Words,
so
bro.
I'm like, hey, wake up. Let's go. And she's like, oh my gosh, did you go through my phone? I'm like, yeah, I did. And then Okay, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
it. That's it. Next clip, bro. I'm so excited, bro. Let's go, bro.
So, yeah. So she goes and starts freaking out, and she's like, "Take me home, take me home." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
She just cheated, didn't it? She just caught him cheating.
Home, and she's telling me, you know,
he just caught her cheating on the phone again. All right.
I really thought there was a chance. I really thought that you would change, but you going through my phone just shows me you're the same person.
Yeah. Okay. At the beginning of the video, this brother said, "Oh, I'm not gonna overshare. I'm not gonna." This is undersharing. This is undersharing because he shared his whole life story. That's all I know.
I just took you on a date, spent a bunch of money, like had what I thought was a great day, and the whole time you're sneaking off to the bathroom to text your boyfriend.
That's crazy.
About how you have to stay on my good side, and hoping that he's not upset with you for it. So then I turn on her Snap Maps because I'm crazy. I turn on her Snap Maps, and sure enough, that night she ends up in his house. Saturday morning, wake up, go home, pack up all of her stuff nicely, not throwing stuff, right? I just put whatever clothes and stuff into bags. And
bro, he's a better man than me.
Whatever. Load up in the back of the truck, text her, hey, what time do you get off work? Or what time are you going to be at your mom? She tells me, like, okay, I pull up, got all of her stuff in the truck, and she's like, can we go get food? I'm like, you know what? Let me see how much information I can fish out of here. So she knows at this point, she's found out that her Snap Mouse is on. So I'm like, where were you last night? She's like, a friend called me. I was upset at you, and so, you know, they called me and I went over. I was like, was it his house? She's like, yeah. I'm like, did you sleep with him? Yeah.
Oh. I don't have the sound, so I'm making it. Oh no.
So then, full transparency, we're riding around and she's just like, let's just drive. Let's just go somewhere. Let's just wake up and see the sunset somewhere. And I'm not going to overshare, but I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm so stupid.
Nigga, what do you mean I'm not going to overshare? You already shared your whole life, nigga.
I'm not even going to listen, what your mind is thinking, that happens.
Oh,
what a moron.
Brother. You got some sloppy seconds of your wife. Your wife's lover, bro. Crazy.
What a buffoon, right? So either way, I end up spending the night. I end up spending the night. And then Sunday, I wake up and I go to church because I'm like, God, I need you so, which I go to church anyways, right? But I'm like, God. And so I go to church and I walk in early and I sit there and I just cry in a pew. And then I get out of church and to a text from her, hey, she texted me somewhere along the lines of, or I can't remember if it was text or call, but she's like, hey, like, come back over, and I don't like how you left. I'm like, okay. So I went over, and I get over there, and she just wants to lay down. We lay down, and, you know, what an idiot. Either way. So
maybe
she's
he
like,
started touching. He did it. He started touching. No, bro, he's in love with her, but she don't like him like that, bro. I think that's what's going on. I think I don't even know, bro. I'm not even going to try to guess, see if I know. But the thing is, he's a good guy, bro. He's a really good guy. That is a big mistake.
So you gotta go. This is several hours later. Well, she goes to her friend's house, and then she goes back to his house. In the same day! Oh, gosh! So yeah. So I'm like, hey, I schedule us tests, because I just, No.
This is a good video, bro. No. Why is this bitch calling me, bro? What does she want? Hey, y'all can see me? Y'all can still see me? Yo, y'all hold on, bro. Y'all better enjoy this video, because I'm gonna make this a lifestyle, bro. Be honest. Let's get it. Continue.
So I scheduled.
Sorry about that.
Thank God. Everything's fine. Everything's clean. Everything's clear. Thank God. Well, then the next 2 or so weeks go by, and she's talking about, hey, I'm moving. I'm going to do all these things. And I want us to be friends. I want us to stay in contact with each other. And I'm still in the mindset of, I'm going to make this work. Well, along the way, I end up finding out a lot more. And I didn't believe it at first until I start receiving proof. And I'm like, oh, okay. So It takes a lot. It takes a lot of hits. And mind you,
Nigga, what do you mean it takes a lot of hits? I knew from the beginning, bro. From the first from the first jump of the story, bro.
After that, and so eventually she says like, hey, like I'm moving and stuff and whatever. And I'm like, okay. And so I'm in my mind, I'm not signing the papers. I'm not signing the papers. You're crazy. Sorry, I made a covenant vow with God. I don't care if you're stupid and went and did something stupid. Like, no. Like,
boy, I think God is giving you I think God will give you a pass on this one, right? Bro, with what she's done, I think God will give you a pass on this one, bro. I think you good, bro.
Figure this out. Eventually, you take so many hits that you start to realize maybe God's giving you the pass.
What the fuck?
God's letting you get out of this, and that's exactly what happened.
What the fuck?
She continuously chose other people throughout these 2 weeks or so.
Bro, I've never seen this video, bro. I've never seen this video. Look. I've never seen this video, literally. Never. I'm watching it now, bro. Niggas don't know.
I think it was gonna be this long. So, yeah. So she goes and starts freaking out, and she's like, "Take me home, take me home." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Now we are driving home, and she's telling me, I really thought there was a chance. I really thought that you would change, but you going through my phone just shows me you're the same person. I just took you on a date, spent a bunch of money, like had what I thought was a great day, and the whole time you're sneaking off to the bathroom to text your boyfriend.
Damn.
About how you have to stay on my good side, hoping that he's not upset with you for it. So then I turn on her Snap Maps because I'm crazy. I turn on her Snap Maps, and sure enough, that night she ends up in his house. Saturday morning, wake up, go home, pack up all of her stuff nicely. Not the
it just
stuff,
gets
right?
worse every
close
time.
The stuff into bags and put the other stuff in whatever. Load it in the back of the truck, text her, hey, what time do you get off work? Or what time are you going to be at your mom? She tells me, like, okay, I pull up, got all of her stuff in the truck, and she's like, can we go get food? I'm like, you know what? Let me see how much information I can fish out of here. So she knows at this point, she's found out that her Snap Mouse is on. So I'm like, where were you last night? She's like, a friend called me. I was upset at you, and so, they called me and I went over. I was like, was at his house?
Bro. I'm telling you, never do this. Don't go fishing for nothing. Just let it go and just run away. Literally. Run away from girls like this. Just run away. You can't do nothing. You literally cannot change nothing. Because in 10 years later, what don't you know? She might do the same shit again, bro. Like, you don't know, bro.
She's like, yeah. I'm like, did you sleep with him? Yeah.
And the way she's doing it, too. Oh.
So then, full transparency, we're riding around, and she's just like, let's just drive. Let's just go somewhere. Let's just wake up and see the sunset somewhere. And I'm not...
Oh, bro. Bro, that's how I know she white. Oh, bro. Only white people say shit like that. Only white people say shit. She's definitely white, huh? Yeah. She's white. Oh, brother. Get out of here. What do you mean, let's go on this? You just cheated on me last night. What's going on? And then guess what? This brother must have done it. He was like, yeah, let's go.
I'm going to overshare, but I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. And I'm not even going to listen, what your mind is thinking, that happens. What a moron. What a buffoon, right? So either way, I end up spending the night. And then Sunday, I wake up and I go to church because I'm like, God, I need you so, which I go to church anyways, right? But I'm like, God. And so I go to church and I walk in early and I sit there and I just cry in the pew. And then I get out of church and to a text from her, hey, she texted me somewhere along the lines of, or I can't remember if it was text or call, but she's like, hey, like, come back over, and I don't like how you left. I'm like, okay. So I went over, and I get over there, and she just wants to lay down. We lay down, and, what an idiot. Either way. So she's like, hey, I gotta go to my friend's
smashed.
House. So you gotta go. This is several.
He smashed. Okay.
Hours later. Well, she goes to her friend's house, and then she goes back to his house. In the same day! Oh!
Bro, I feel your pain, bro.
So yeah. So I'm like, hey, I schedule us tests because I just sorry. So I schedule us test. Thank God, everything's fine, everything's clean, everything's clear. Thank God. Well, then the next 2 or so weeks go by, and she's talking about, hey, I'm moving, I'm gonna do all these things, and I want us to be friends, I want us to stay in contact with each other. And I'm still in the mindset of I'm gonna make this work. Well, along the way, I end up finding out a lot more. And I didn't believe it at first until I start receiving proof. And I'm like, oh, okay. So it takes a lot. It takes a lot of hits. And
No, it
mind you,
doesn't.
we hang out like 1 or 2 times after that. And so eventually she says like, hey, like I'm not, like I'm moving and stuff. And
Hey, what the?
and I'm gonna the final part here. So when we
We
had our
skipping
closure
it.
conversation,
I don't
it was
need
the
to hear
first
all
time.
that.
And you have to be careful with this. When you have people that have a certain, I don't want to put a label on it, but people that are a certain way, they have a certain thing. You realize that they can change like that. They can shapeshift. They can mold into their environment and say exactly what needs to be said for whatever outcome they're looking for in that moment. So the legitimacy behind the conversation has to be questioned on my end. But in that final conversation, she apologized for the first time. I saw her cry. She told me that I was the perfect husband, as perfect as I could have been. She told me that I was not manipulative, I was not controlling. She told me that I was everything she needed, but at the time her flesh wanted something different. She poured out her heart in just apologizing and telling me how great of a person I was and how thankful she was for everything I did for her for the past 3+ years.
Bro, the first flag was nursing, to be honest. That's what you should have. I don't know. There were so many flags.
And I didn't think that I needed that, but I did. I realized that I did. Not because I was blaming myself, not because her opinion mattered, but when you love and care about someone that deeply and they are convinced in their mind that you are the one that hurt, you are the one that broke things, you are the ruiner, or at least they've told you that that's what they think, that's hard. Even if you know it's not true, that's hard. So hearing that was something that was nice for her to admit that it was not me, and there were things that I could have done better, and we both were aware of that. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that lasted very long. It seems like that shapeshifter mentality, when the crowd shifted, or when she was in a new environment, that mentality went away, and it was back to, well, he was this, that, and the other. And while I was this, that, and the other, not to the extent that it's being portrayed.
Word.
So,
That's what women do, though.
this story has a happy ending. For me, it has a very happy ending for me, and I will continue to pray that it has a happy ending for her and for all the people that were involved in this. And I've been blessed with such an amazing group of friends.
Big ups to you, bro.
Friends that
Big ups him. I don't feel like listening to all of that, but big ups him though. I see what he's saying after that. He's gonna get mad coochie off of this. He's a good guy, bro. He's gonna get mad coochie. Mad bitches gonna hit him up. So he happy, bro. This is his happy ending. He made it. Made it. Big up to you, bro. But yo, this is the end of the video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that. All that good stuff, man. We gonna keep coming out with the bangers. I hope you guys like this videos. Like, I'm gonna keep coming out with the straight bangers. Follow me on TikTok, ZLOUD, all that. Alright, yo. We'll catch ya. Bang!